Welcome to Movies and Milk, where today in honor of Immaculate, we're turning water into wine. Oh. It's milk. Of course it's milk. Why would it not be milk? Immaculate tells the tale of an American nun who ends up in a lovely convent in Italy, only to discover it might have some sinister and dark secrets. Dark secrets in the church? Nah. If there's a hot star in Hollywood at the moment, it has to be Sydney Sweeney. And I don't just mean hot because of our star status, I mean because, you know. Let's be honest though, there are segments of the population that are going to see this film for Sydney Sweeney dressed as a nun, which is a totally valid reason, and the movie certainly doesn't shy away from its sexuality. Now sisters, let's make sure that when we do have a wash, that we all wash together and wear our see-through white garments. Seriously? Yes, it does feel a little bit male-gazy at times, but those who go to the film outside of following their ding-dang-doodle will find a surprisingly decent horror film. The movie has a good central concept, which I'm not going to give away, but if you think about the title for more than 30 seconds, you'll probably get pretty close. But it is kind of twisted at its core. While the concept is good, the execution at times is lacking. It feels like the movie goes for less psychological terror and more for cheap jump scares. And at times it goes into extreme places, but is more jarring for it. I mean, it got me the wins twice, so I don't know. Mission accomplished? The film has a somewhat measured approach initially, but then just runs headfirst into schlock in the final act. It was really campy and I kind of enjoyed it, as odd as it was. But there's also a political message which is incredibly on the nose, like, hey, guess what it is? You're controlling what's in my womb for religious reasons. Yeah, it's about as subtle as a rock to the head, but it's an important message nonetheless. Sydney Sweeney is also pretty good in this. She's not afraid to get intense and gruesome, which is part of the fun. And yeah, she put in more of a shift than I expected. Her character is very passive in the film, and it works because she gets more active at the end and it feels like a triumphant moment, but it also can make her character quite frustrating in the initial acts. Overall, I enjoyed this film more than I expected to. It doesn't overstay its welcome, and there's a good concept, even though it feels like at times it's holding back a bit, which makes the extreme elements stand out all the worse. It's not a great film, but there's a good film in there somewhere. I would say it's not immaculate, but it's not inadequate either. It's got milk. That's not a boob joke.